Now, as a Windows user, being able to explore all the products, specifically looking at Microsoft 365, truly amazing to see some great, incredible news updates concerning the future of this particular interface, specifically looking at Outlook, looking at PowerPoint. We have that of Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. Out of those four, I would say I used two of them really well and the other two not quite well. And that might be an interesting take looking at how this new innovation that will be introduced all across this platform that may get me into the other two. And what are we looking at here? We're going to look at first a video that was released by Microsoft, and this here highlights 365, introducing Microsoft 365 Copilot. And yes, we know that Bing has its new form, which is powered by ChatGPT, and being able to see how that now is integrated into the interface of Microsoft 365 is going to be mind-blowing. So let's see what this video has for us in here. Let's begin. Okay. Okay, so what I can see now is we're looking at Microsoft Word, and in here we have a couple of interesting characteristics which involves editing, and there's some interesting things that's going to dive into. Okay, so depending on what generated output you want. Okay, now you have that same information, and what is happening is it's going to be creating that information from Microsoft Word to now Microsoft PowerPoint. So this is really mind-blowing in terms of whether it's going to be able to produce images, and of course I think it's going to, and this calls into question, of course, copyright reasons. Where are those images coming from? How are those going to play a role in terms of which particular creativity is yours versus the other content that is produced here? So let's see what the output is going to look like. Wow. Okay, now we have a lot of information here in terms of now looking at Microsoft Excel. And in Excel, yes, you have name, email, phone number, address, city, all that stuff. Now, how can you create a template that sends out emails and applies it to all those contact lists that you have right here? So let's see what we got. Copilot. So we got it was analyzing. In terms of money analysis, that is pretty cool. In terms of budgeting, sales board, highlighting analysis with regards to information, with regards to data that is created from a specific organization. How can you give a summary of that using different charts? And this is fantastic to see that being produced in real time without you being able to click on the specific chart. This is a recommendations as to what are the possible best charts that explains the scenario. So this is really fantastic to see this play out here. Okay, so now this is a big one here. Outlook. I've never used Outlook before. I do have a little bit of experience with that, but I primarily use Gmail to send my emails out because I'm a teacher and my school board uses Google interface or Workspace as its primary source of organizing the systems in there. But now, seeing this play out for Outlook, being able to generate a script that you can use as your foundation to be sent to someone that you are working with or anyone that you're communicating with is really fascinating. I do have a little bit of that with regards to Gmail, because when someone sends out an email to you, you have to respond to them, and the email gives you a little bit of suggestions in terms of the AI. But now, seeing this step forward in terms of actually putting down what you want your email to be about, and the AI actually producing a well-structured email with a name and specific things that you might want to tweak, is really fascinating and incredible save of your time, and definitely my time too. So let's see more about this. Okay. So Teams is a big one as well. I've not used Teams. I've used it once when it comes to tutoring, absolutely. But now being able to have a group of people and working on the same project, let's see how this here can scan a transcript and maybe produce something quite fascinating here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wow. That is truly impressive, truly endless here when it comes to seeing this Copilot in action. I'm really excited to see when this is going to be released. Definitely I'll be the first to dive into this and experience it to see whether it actually fits my style of production, definitely in terms of not only creating videos but also in the classroom when I'm actually delivering lessons, and ways by which I can use, in this case, my two prominent interface here, which are as follows. I use a lot of Microsoft Word. I use that in terms of creating assessments, in terms of also creating essays that I share with my students. Now, how can I be able to use that essay to create a PowerPoint slide fast and easy? And so this is where this is going to come really handy here in terms of saving my time and maybe making some little tweaks here and there rather than starting everything from scratch for my PowerPoint presentations. And that is going to be mind-blowing. One more thing here is when we see other videos that dives into details about the Microsoft PowerPoint, you can actually have the AI to create transition without you putting transitions in every single thing. And I'm really excited to see how this is also going to be a nice step up in terms of, according to this AI, being able to create animations for your presentation to be engaging, and that is really fantastic way of being able to save that time. I do a lot of my animations using Microsoft PowerPoint, and in some ways that saves a lot of time being able to use the AI for that advantage rather than creating the animation from scratch. You can tweak in maybe in your own time what particular animation works for that scenario, but the AI gives you something to start with. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out here. And most interestingly is the speaker notes. You can transform the word form to images, and so that cleans up that particular part of your slide and also creates that nice flow in terms of your presentation skills. So that is really mind-blowing to be able to experience that using this software mainly for PowerPoint, and I'm really excited for that. Now, seeing how seamlessly information can be transferred from one specific interface to another interface with the help of this Copilot is really fascinating and opens the door to numerous creativity with regards to the use specifically on OneNote. And using OneNote, me personally, I use it as way to present a specific information, mathematically speaking, to my classes or using my tutoring skills. However, I've not really dove into planning stages of OneNote and sharing it with other people, and this might be the great way for you to create events using OneNote and also being able to create a structure by using the Copilot to design a plan on a document style, and furthermore can be used to transfer them or transform that information to a PowerPoint that will be presented to those that may be interested, or maybe from PowerPoint with animation, with transitions that can lead way to create an AI video. That would be crazy if we are able to get to that stage. And this is really fascinating to see the endless possibilities of such seamless transition from one interface to the other, alongside, of course, using Outlook to send that information out, having all those templates ready to go without you being able to start from scratch and having it done as timely as possible. This is going to be a huge competition, definitely, for Google. Will Google be able to step up? I'm currently using Google in terms of my school board, specifically being able to send emails out, being able to create Google Slides using Google Sheets, and seeing how that might be a huge competitor. Definitely focusing on Microsoft 365 is going to be huge when the Copilot is integrated and is rolled out very soon. Also interested to see what Google has in store for us. There have been some interesting talks about Google having some of their AI integrated software ready to go and rolled out, and how is this going to keep people staying in that Google space and not seeing reasons why they should move to the competition. So let's know about your thought about this in the comment section down below. By that way, we can talk to you soon. Stay smart as always and believe in yourself.